Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for April 12th to the 25th. For April 12th to the 16th, this is what we have here. We have a ridge forecast near the Aleutians right here. And we have another trough over Alaska. You can see it right here. And we have a ridge off the west coast and the western states. These eventually merge as we go to the next period. And we have an upper low or trough forecast to the south here. And we have a trough in the east or across the northern Great Lakes region. Now, as we go into the period, we're going to go to the 12th. And what you see here, we have low pressure system will be exiting off the east coast, bringing colder air in. Notice where the 540 line is right here. And this area here, parts of Pennsylvania, parts of Central Appalachians, into New York, could have some snow. It doesn't look very much. That's the GFS. This is the European. This is the European ensembles. This is the Canadian. And this is the UK Met. And you can see the UK Met might have a little bit more snow than the other models. But this is what you see here. Now, we have an upper ridge in the west that will cause very warm temperatures. And as we look at the temperature forecast for this region for the 12th, you can see these temperatures down here reaching, we have low 100s here, down in Southern California. This is very early for this heat. Approaching 100 degrees down here in Arizona, parts of Texas, extreme western Texas, and parts of Mexico. And then we go to excuse me, I had a sneeze. Excuse me. And we go into Sunday. These are the high temperature that we're forecasting. We have mid 90s, upper 80s here, near 90 degrees approaching this area here. This will be the heat will be occurring. So this ridge will slowly expand eastward. Now, we have a trough that'll be coming across the northern Rockies to go back to the surface here. And this will cause cyclogenesis in the central northern plains by Sunday. And we'll back it up here a little bit. Here's our low that we're talking about right here. And then that'll move northeastward. And by Sunday, and a cold front will cross the Intermountain West. The cold front will then reach south central states by Tuesday. We go to Tuesday. And you can see here, we could have a chance of rain, maybe some storms. And the eastern ridge will continue to push eastward. All right. We're going to look at the period now for April 17th to 21st. And the pattern is generally unchanged. However, like the two ridges you can see here, we go to the end of the period, the 21st. The two ridges merge according to the European ensembles. There's that one ridge, here's the other one. Below normal heights here, above normal heights here. But you look at the other models, have a trough in the west. Still have the ridge offshore, ridging here. In between this upper low or trough here across the northeast. And so this is the model pattern that we're having. This is the European zonal flow above normal heights. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of this area here. And I'm forecasting anomalies could reach as hot 8 degrees or more above normal across this region here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence 35% above normal precipitation here. And the probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we're going to the next period. This is for April 22nd to the 28th. And to the 25th, I'm sorry. And the models are not in very good agreement as we look here, because you see here, this is the European has a trough here, ridging here, blocking across the high latitudes. Then we look at the Ensembles zone of flow above normal heights here, but not as strong as its operational run. And then we have the European has above normal heights across much of the country, perhaps a trough or upper low here in the plains and also here, right? And then we look at the rollover. This is the European ensembles, trough in the west, ridging, flat flow across the remainder of the country. And then the AI is in line with the other, with the GFS and the European, with a trough in the west, ridging in the east, still have the upper low here. So what do we make of this? Okay, so for this forecast period, I am calling for little change in temperature anomalies for now. This could change. Might be even warmer here in the east. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence is up to 40%. Below normal precipitation forecast here, probability of occurrence is 35%. So that is a long-range weather forecast discussion for April 12th to the 25th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.